Hey YouTube, it's Unger to the Max here, and I am watching the second half of the Detroit Lions game against the New England Patriots. Of course, I call them the New England Cheatriots, Deflategate, Spygate, yeah. But, hey Nick, what's up? So, yeah, there was the Patriots, of course, are coming off a loss last week to my Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. That's revenge for the AFC Championship game, which Miles Jack was not out of bounds. The refs got that very wrong. And that Danny Amendola game winning touchdown never should have happened. But anyway, wow, and somehow Detroit's winning this game by 10. And the big main storyline with this game, of course, is that New England is playing its former defensive coordinator in Matt Patricia, who was the New England defensive coordinator, for about 14 years. For approximately 14 years, I should say. And Josh Gordon is now with the Patriots. However, he's not playing tonight. But, so, yeah, I mean, yes, Jacksonville beat New England, but it's the September New England Patriots. Excuse me, sorry. But it's the September New England Patriots. As much as I value that win as a Jaguar fan, I gotta temper my excitement a little bit about that win. If that game was in December, and the Jaguars beat them, I think I would be so much more excited about it, and it would be like, oh, the Jaguars are a legitimate threat, and like the Patriots are off. But it was a September game, and the difference is that in September the Patriots aren't really together yet. They're always, it seems like they sleepwalk through September. So if you want the best chance of beating the Patriots, it's usually in September. Now, I'm not saying the magnitude of the Jaguars, of that win last week by the Jaguars is decreased. Well, I guess I am saying that a little bit. Ooh, that's going to be a good game next week. Number 7, Stanford goes to South Bend to take on Notre Dame. That's going to be a really good game. But, I guess what I am saying, is, like, that win would be a stronger win, if you will, if it was later in the season. So it's third quarter, about a minute 58 left, and Detroit leads New England by 10. Detroit is 0-2. They lost on Monday Night Football to the Jets. Shout out to Gangrene David, 48-10. Wow, Detroit gets another first down. But it's only a 10-point game. New England can easily come back. I mean, they proved that. 28-3. 28-3 in Super Bowl 51. Sorry, Atlanta, but that was your own fault. And Tom Brady's just that good. I mean, I hate to say it, but Tom Brady is the GOAT. Even though, he got suspended for 4 games for Deflategate, even though I think he should have been suspended for longer, more like 6 games, which originally it was a 6-game suspension. But Tom Brady goes, no, I'm going to fight this. And he had it reduced to 4 games. And of course the game he comes back, who does he play? Us, the Cleveland Browns. Lights us up. Not fun. And they went on to beat the Seattle Seahawks in that Super Bowl because Seattle threw it instead of running it. But Seattle did the right thing by throwing it because they were expecting the Patriots to be in a run defense. Malcolm, and I think Russell Wilson made the right choice. Malcolm Butler was just in the right position in the right place at the right time to make the play. As Detroit throws it, Stafford, I believe that's Golden Tate, the former Seattle Seahawk, as he makes it all the way to the 30-yard line, and that's a gain of 25 for Detroit. And there are 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Let's see if Detroit tries to run a play. Nope, Detroit will not run a play, and it is 20-10. So like I said, Detroit comes in 0-2. They lost to the Jets at home on Monday Night Football by a score of 48-10, I believe it was, something like that. Then the next week they went to San Francisco and lost. Although it sounds like Jimmy Garoppolo is done for the season because of a torn ACL. So any hope San Francisco had of going to the playoffs? Dashed. Gone. Goodbye. Out the window. But, you know. So, let me give you an update on the standings. Even though I know the Steelers-Buccaneers game hasn't happened yet. That's tomorrow. I know. So don't give me shit about it. I know. But, and I know this Patriots-Lions game is not over. I get that. Trust me, I know. But the standings as of right now are by division. The Miami Dolphins are winning the AFC East. They're 3-0, 1-0 in the division. The Patriots are 1-1. Haven't played anybody in the division yet. The Buffalo Bills are 1-2. Haven't played anybody in the division. The New York Jets, 1-2. Thanks to the Thursday night game. Browns won. And the Jets are 0-1 in the division. So, AFC East. Number 1, Miami. Number 2, New England. Number 3, Buffalo. Number 4, Jets. AFC North. First place, the Cincinnati Bengals. They're 2-1 overall, 1-0 in the division. Second place, the Baltimore Ravens. 2-1 overall, 0-1 in the division. Third place, Cleveland Browns. They're 1-1-1, 0-0-1 in the division. And in last place, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 0-1-1. And Pittsburgh is 0-0-1 in the division. AFC South. In first place is Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans. They are 2-1 overall, 2-0 in the division. In second place are the Jacksonville Jaguars, 2-1 overall, but 0-1 in the division because they lost to the Tennessee Titans today at home 9-6. And there's LeGarrette Blount, who won a Super Bowl ring with Philadelphia last year, and the year before that, won a Super Bowl ring with New England. In third place, it's the Indianapolis Colts, 1-2 overall, haven't played anybody in the division. And in last place, and this is a surprise to me, but in last place are the Houston Texans, 0-3 overall, and 0-1 in the division. AFC West, Kansas City. God, I'm excited to see the Browns play the Chiefs at home. That's going to be a great game. How do the Browns... That's not next week's game, but when the Browns do play the Chiefs, how will they... which player do they want to take away? Tyreek Hill? Okay, take away Tyreek Hill. They still have Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt. Yeah. So, Kansas City is 3-0. They are 1-0 in the division. Second place are the Denver Broncos. They're 2-1 overall and 1-0 in the division. Third place, the Los Angeles Chargers. 1-2 and 0-1 in the division. And in fourth place is the Cleveland Browns' next opponent, which I believe I'll be doing a post-game live uh, live stream on Wednesday, and also a game preview live stream on Wednesday. That'll be a all in one live stream on Wednesday, just like I did with the Saints post game show and a look ahead to the Jets. Or might actually it was for the a post game for the Steelers and a preview for the Saints. So I'm gonna do that for even though the game was on Thursday, I'm still doing it. So it'll be a post game video for the Jets and a preview for the Raiders. And that game's in Oakland. And I think that this might be the Browns' last game in Oakland. And I'm almost positive this season is the last season in Oakland for the Raiders. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they'll be in San Antonio next year. And then in 2020, they'll be in Las Vegas. I'm not 100% sure about that. So in the NFC East, Eagles are 2-1, haven't played anybody in the division, and they have first place. Second place is Washington. I'm sorry, but I will not say their team name. I just don't like it. I wish the NFL would force Washington to change their name and logo. But Washington is 2-1, and they haven't played anybody in the division. Third place is the Dallas Cowboys, as Detroit adds a field goal to make it 23-10. But place 1-2 overall, and 1-0 in the division. And the Jets just got their first win today. And they are 1-2, 0-1 in the division. NFC North. This is surprising. The Chicago Bears are winning the division. They're 2-1. They're 2-1 in the division, but they're 0-1 in the division. In second place, it's the Green Bay Packers. They're 1-1 in the division, overall, and they're 1-0-1 in the division. Third place is Minnesota, who surprisingly got lost to the Buffalo Bills today, 27-6 at home. I don't know how the hell that happened, or I really don't. But yeah, so Minnesota is 1-1 overall, 0-0-1 in the division. And as of right now, again, I'm doing these standings before the Sunday night game is over and before Monday night. So yeah, but as of right now, Detroit is in last place. They are 0-2 and haven't played anybody in the division. NFC South. As of right now, Tampa Bay is winning the division. They are 2-0 and 1-0 in the division. Excuse me. So they are winning that division. Second place, the New Orleans Saints, who beat the Atlanta Falcons today in overtime. They are 2-1 overall because Zane Gonzalez couldn't make a field goal for his life last week. Otherwise, the Browns would be 2-0-1, and the Saints would be 1-2. But no, which I still don't understand because there's no freaking wind in the Superdome. How do you miss 8 points, 2 field goals, and 2 extra points? I will never forgive you for that, Zane Gonzalez. Never come back to Cleveland. But Carolina is in third place in the division. They are 2-1 overall. Yeah, winless teams. Pittsburgh, Detroit, Arizona, Oakland, and the Texans. So, NFC South, Tampa Bay at 2-0, New Orleans 2-1, Carolina 2-1, and Falcons 1-2. The Browns and the rest of the AFC North play the NFC South. The Browns were already at New Orleans. They still have to go to New Orleans, or they still have to play at Tampa Bay. They're home for Carolina and home to Atlanta. Oh, I forgot. With the AFC North plays the AFC West. So the Browns will be home for Kansas City, home for the Chargers, at the Raiders, and at the Broncos. And then they played the Jets because the Jets finished in last place. And they played the Texans because the Texans finished in last place. And since they played the Jets at home, they played the Texans on the road. Now the undefeated teams this season, the Rams, the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Buccaneers. So, NFC West. The Rams are 3-0. They're winning the division. Seahawks are in second place. Don't write them off yet. They're 1-2. San Francisco is in third place. They're 1-2. And then you've got Arizona at 0-3. Oh, there's Tom Brady. Doesn't like his first read. Goes to his second read. No, I don't like that. Looks at his third read. Oh, there's a touchdown. I'll throw it there. Snap to pass. Let's see. 2.75 seconds. And in the coming weeks, he's going to get Josh Gordon back after the Browns traded him to New England. I wish they had traded him to the NFC instead. But unfortunately, that's not what happened. And Julian Edelman's coming back. So New England, they'll be fine. They'll figure it out. But I hope when New England goes to Pittsburgh, I hope Pittsburgh beats the snot out of them, because Pittsburgh got absolutely hosed last year. That was the Jesse James play. That was absolutely a catch. And New England just got called for intentional grounding because Brady got crushed and he launched the ball deep and there was no Patriots receiver in the area. But Jesse James caught that ball and that was a touchdown. I don't know what the ref. I think maybe the refs were drunk that game because the ball was clearly across the goal line. How do you call that not a touchdown? Can you explain that? I don't know. The Patriots are my absolute least favorite team in the NFL. Every game they play, I want their opponent to beat the snot out of them. I hate the Patriots. So when they came back and beat the Falcons, I was disappointed. But I was extremely excited when they lost to the Jaguars last week. And they should have lost to the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game. Miles Jack was not out of bounds. You know it. I know it. The experts know it because you can clearly see on the replay that he was not out of bounds. But wow, Tom Brady just got sacked by the Lions defense. Maybe the Lions are figuring something out. Or maybe it's just that it's the Patriots. I don't know. But it's fourth down. But, it should have been Jaguars-Eagles in the Super Bowl. I don't know if we would have gotten as good of a Super Bowl as we got last year. And I think the Eagles still would have won the Super Bowl. But, I don't know. Jaguars should have been in the Super Bowl last year. Not the stupid Patriots. So it is 23-10, and they are playing at Ford Field, which hosted Super Bowl 40, Super Bowl 40 was Pittsburgh against Seattle. And Pittsburgh won that. Super Bowl 41 was Indianapolis against Chicago. Indianapolis won that. Super Bowl 42 was Giants against Patriots. That's the game where David Tyree made the helmet catch, and then Plaxico Burress scored the game-winning touchdown, and the Giants prevented the Patriots from getting the 18 perfect season, meaning the 1972 Dolphins are still the only unbeaten team in the NFL. Let's see, Super Bowl 43, that was the Steelers and the Cardinals, and I wish the Cardinals had won that game because Larry Fitzgerald absolutely deserves a Super Bowl ring. But the Steelers won that because of a great catch by Santonio Holmes. Super Bowl 44, that was the Saints and Colts, and the Saints won that game, which they absolutely deserve to win that. Not only because of Hurricane Katrina, the whole thing that happened with New Orleans and their city with Hurricane Katrina, but the Saints just outplayed the Colts that game. Super Bowl 45 was Packers and Colts from from the Cowboys Stadium, and the Packers won that. Super Bowl 46 was Patriots Giants again, and the Giants once again beat the Patriots, but this time it didn't prevent a perfect season. It was just Super Bowl 46. Super Bowl 47, also called the Blackout Game or the Hardball Bowl, because it was Jim Harbaugh against John Harbaugh, and during the third quarter, the lights went out half the lights went out in the Superdome, but the Ravens won that game. And in Super Bowl 48, it was the Seahawks against the Broncos, and the Seahawks won that game 43-8. Super Bowl 49 was Patriots Seahawks, and the Seahawks should have won that game, but it was the Patriots. Super Bowl 50 was Broncos Panthers, and the Broncos won that game 24-10. Super Bowl 51 was Patriots Falcons, and the Patriots won that 34-28. And last year's Super Bowl was Eagles Patriots, and the Eagles won it 41-34. Super Bowl 39, I forgot about Super Bowl 39. Super Bowl 39 was Patriots Eagles, and the Patriots won that. Super Bowl 38 was Patriots Panthers, and the Patriots won that, only because Adam Vinatieri kicked a field goal to win it for the Patriots. I'm not sure about Super Bowl 37. I can only go back to Super Bowl 38. But anyway. Yeah. So, the Lions are winning 23-10. I know, I got away from the game for a while. They run it with LeGarrette Blount, and he's won 2 straight Super Bowl rings. He ain't getting a 3rd straight this year. Detroit's definitely not a Super Bowl contender at all. But there's a team I want to talk about, and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's not because of all the drama that's surrounding them with, Antonio Brown saying, trade me, and him complaining, about not getting passes and all that. And it's not even because of the whole Le'Veon Bell thing, which apparently the Steelers are listening to trade offers for Le'Veon Bell now. I bet you didn't know that. But the reason I wanted to talk about the Steelers is because they've kind of had this sweet spot where they haven't been able to get over the hump of being the Patriots in the regular season or the AFC champ. In the regular season or the AFC championship game, even though they got absolutely jacked in that game last year in Pittsburgh, because that was a touchdown by Jesse James without a doubt. The ball was across the goal line. I don't know how the refs overturned that. Again, I think they were drunk. But anyway. The Steelers have had this sweet spot where, and I'm kind of taking this from Peter Schrager, but anyway, where the rest of the division's been pretty bad. Baltimore has been not inconsistent, even though they won the Super Bowl in Super Bowl 47 in 2012. Cincinnati has been okay. I mean, they've won the division, but when was the last time they won the playoff game? And the Browns, they've been terrible. I mean, Roethlisberger's 22-1 against us. And, the rest of the AFC's generally been bad. But now you have the AFC South coming. Jacksonville, Tennessee, maybe Houston. I'm not putting Indianapolis in that discussion. I think the AFC North is coming. Baltimore. Cincinnati's proving they're a contender. I think Baltimore's a legit threat. I think the Browns could be a sneaky team since Baker Mayfield is officially the starting quarterback now. And then you have the AFC West. Kansas City. They just went into Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers. You have the Chargers, although they just lost to the Rams. You have the Broncos. The Broncos are a good team. But I don't think the Steelers are going to be able to hold on to that second spot for very much longer. It might be the Broncos taking it. It might be the Chiefs. It might be Jacksonville, Tennessee, maybe Cincinnati or Baltimore. I'm not going to put the Browns there yet. I think if Mayfield is the quarterback for the rest of the season, they're 1-1, maybe. I'm not sure now. I'm not sure what the record will be. They got to play Oakland in Oakland. After that, Baltimore in Cleveland. I don't know. But my point is, I'm not sure the Steelers are going to be, that class standard anymore. I'm just not. And, Roethlisberger has talked about retirement in the past few years, and you have the whole drama with Antonio Brown, and you had the whole Le'Veon Bell thing, and like I said, they're putting him out on the trade market, so it's just the whole thing. I'm not sure with the Steelers anymore. And I had in the NFC, I had San Francisco as a definitive. Tom Brady against former Patriots offensive and defensive coordinators Eric Mangini, Cornell, Josh McDaniels, Bill O'Brien. His record 7-3, touchdowns 22, 4 interceptions, passer rating 103. Last loss 2010 against Mangini's Browns. So Brady, and they run it with Sonny Michel, the running back rookie from Georgia, which it looked like Georgia was going to win the national championship last year, and then Tua Tagovailoa happened. So, Patriots are winning. By the way, there will be no game footage shown in this. Just sorry if that disappoints you, but that's just how it's going to be. But like I said, it is 23-10 Detroit, and the Patriots run it, and they get the first down, and that's Sonny Michel, number 26, and he makes it to about the 41-yard line of New England. 8.5 minutes left in the game now. There's Bill Belichick, definitely a Hall of Famer. I still hate that Josh McDaniels. He gave the Indianapolis Colts his word, like, yes, I'll be your head coach. Then he goes, nah, I'm going to back out. And then he signed a 5-year extension in New England. I don't like that. I really don't. I just don't. Maybe this is Bill Belichick's last season and he's going to become the head coach. That's a possibility. I get that. But still, I hate that he did that. I just hate it. I really, leaves a bad taste in my mouth, even though I'm not a Colts fan. I can never forget the Colts for 2014 and 2007. If you don't understand why, go check out my the live stream that I did on my own previewing Browns Jets, and you'll you'll see why. The video is called, hang on, let me find it. Oh, Darius Slade just made an interception. He's one of the most underrated cornerbacks for Detroit. Let's see, what's that video called? Hold on, let me find it. It is called, it is Cleveland Browns Game Day. Hang on, let me find the whole thing. Yeah, it's called, it is Cleveland Browns Game Day. There's a team I can't forgive, and I'm confused. I'll post in a link for it in this video. You should go watch that. But, so 7:23 left, and surprisingly, Detroit's winning. And I'm still shocked that Buffalo went into Minnesota and beat the Vikings 29-6 or 27-6. And guess what? Now Minnesota has 4 days to get ready for one of the best offenses in the NFL in the LA Rams on Thursday night in LA. Like I said last week with the Browns Jets. It's so stupid. I don't think NFL players like Thursday night. I'm fine with Monday night games and I'm fine with Sunday night games. I love both. Because teams get plenty of time to get ready for their opponent. But with Thursday night games, if a team plays on Sunday, they only have 4 days to get ready for their opponent? Are you freaking kidding me? That's so stupid. Tell me, if you think that's a good idea, comment in the comment section below. I'll wait. Nobody commented. Okay. Okay, so clearly it is a bad idea. But the NFL is, Roger Goodell is selfish or big-headed something. First off, this roughing the pass. First off, Thursday night football is stupid and the NFL needs to get rid of it. Secondly, the NFL got rid of the no-catch problem, I would say for the most part, but now they have a new problem, roughing the passer penalty. I get they're trying to, oh yay, hockey's coming back. Yay, the Washington Capitals get to raise their Stanley Cup championship banner. Blech. Oh, that's gonna suck. Because the Blue Jackets were up 2-8. Ooh, that's gonna be a good Sunday night matchup next week. One of the best rivalries in the NFL. Baltimore at Pittsburgh. I like that. But, yeah, the Blue Jackets were up 2-0 in that first round series against the Capitals. And we couldn't close it out. Yeah. But it's 23-10. Darius Slay keeps his eyes on him, looking at Tom Brady the whole time. He goes, oh, I know where you're going with this. I know. Guess what? I'm not going to let you complete that pass. I'm going to take it away from you. Bye. Brady tried to look off Darius Slay. Darius Slay goes, you're not looking me off. 6:45 left in the fourth in the ball game. 23-10 Detroit. The Lions need to score on this drive. Ideally a touchdown. 6:37 left in the fourth quarter now. And like I said, Detroit needs to score on this possession. They can't settle for a field goal. Although that would put them up 16, a touchdown would be better because that would put them up 20, which that's not impossible for Tom Brady because he came back from a 25-point deficit in the Super Bowl. But a 20-point deficit would be tougher to come back from, even for Tom Brady, than a 16-point deficit. And there's Theo Riddick. Now, what I want to know is, if Detroit wins this game, is this just going to be a one-time thing where they play like this? And are they playing like this just because it's the Patriots and you have the whole storyline of Patricia, playing against Belichick? Are they playing well just because of that? Or are they actually starting to find themselves? Obviously, we won't know that until next week. But then again, we still have... I don't want to, hand the Lions the victory yet. I mean, it's the Patriots. They're never out of the game. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter now. Yeah, they are definitely running the ball for sure on first down now. There is snap. They want, like I've said with the Browns, establish the run early. It will give you so much better results. And even though Baker Mayfield is the starting quarterback now and he can sling it all over the yard, I get that. I saw it firsthand. He threw for over 200 yards in a half. I get it. And I'm not saying it was, we shouldn't, the Browns shouldn't throw it on Sunday in Oakland. What I'm saying though is establish the run game early and then do passes off that. And the Patriots take their second time out with 5:02 left in the first quarter. Their for the Patriots, wide receivers have been thrown to 7 times for 3 receptions. Tight ends 4 times. 4 times they've been thrown to for 3 receptions, and the running backs 9 times. And I missed how many receptions. And Josh Gordon's coming back next week because the Browns traded him to the Patriots for a 5th-round pick. I don't know why we didn't get more for him. But I think there's some sort of contingency where if he's not on the field for 10 games, the Patriots give the Browns something else, or the Browns give the Patriots something. I'm not quite sure. It's something with that. I'm not quite sure. So 5 minutes left in the game now. Detroit is still on their side of the field. Stafford throws. Ooh, good pass. But there's a flag. And if I had to guess, it's going to be holding on Detroit. It was holding. That's you. So that negates the first down for Detroit. That was number 68, Decker, against the pass rusher, number 94. Yeah, that's definitely holding. He tried to get the spin move, and he held him. Oh, that was Flowers. So 23-10, 3rd and 18 now for Detroit. 4:52 left in the third quarter, or fourth quarter, I should say. And again, if the Lions do win this game, are they just playing like this because, of the whole storyline with New England, of it being New England and, Matt Patricia against Bill Belichick, or are the Lions actually finding themselves? And the Patriots take their final timeout. Wow, Kerryon Johnson, first 100-yard rushing game by a Lions player since Thanksgiving of 2013. And he's a rookie from Auburn. Snaps a 70-game drought, longest in the NFL. Wow. 4th and 8, and Detroit is punting it. And New England is all out of timeouts. Detroit has all 3. So I think when Detroit gets it back, not if Detroit gets it back, but they should just try and run it. Stafford, he's thrown for 262 passing yards. Brady, just 105 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And New England has been held to 159 total yards. And like I said, Kerryon Johnson, a rookie, first Detroit 100-yard rushing since Thanksgiving of 2013. So 4:36 left. .436 left in the football game. I want Detroit to win because, like I said, I hate the Patriots and I wish they would lose every game, but that's obviously not going to happen. Although it might when Brady retires. We'll see. I don't know when Brady's going to retire though, because he's 40 years old and he's still playing fantastic. So I'm not sure. But anyway, But what's interesting with Tom Brady is, and I mentioned, another sack by Detroit. But what's Eli Harold, nice play. But what's interesting is, with the Super Bowls that New England has won, Brady hasn't won it for them. Other players have. Super Bowl 51. I know. Brady led the comeback. I get that. I get that. Trust me. I know. He's the one that really led them back from a 28-3 deficit. But he's not the one that made the winning play. It was James White who went into the end zone. Super Bowl 49. It was Malcolm Butler who made the interception to win the game for the Patriots. Tom Brady didn't do it. And Super Bowl 40, let's see, Super Bowl 39? I don't know. But Super Bowl 38, I think Super Bowl 39 was Deion Branch. But Super Bowl 38, the only reason the Patriots won that Super Bowl is because Adam Vinatieri kicked the game-winning field goal. That's it. Otherwise, the Patriots would not have beat the Panthers in Super Bowl 38. So 4th and 12, Patriots are going for it with 3:23 left in the fourth quarter. Brady with the deep pass, going for it all. No! And that pass is incomplete. I am very surprised that was not called for pass interference, but it was not. Darius Slay with the great coverage. So, great job by the Lions. They double teamed Gronkowski a little bit like holding. So 3:16 left in the fourth quarter. Detroit is winning. And it looks like the Lions are going to beat the Patriots, and they will have the same record as the and the Lions and Patriots will have the same record, 1-2. But again, my question about the Lions is this going to propel them to keep winning, or is this just a one-time thing, and they're just playing like this because it's the Patriots and Matt Patricia is playing against the guy Belichick, who he was worked with for 14 years. I want to know that, and unfortunately, we won't get the answer until next week, which the Browns play the Raiders at 4:00 next week in Oakland at one of probably the worst stadium in the NFL, and Major League Baseball, Onaco Coliseum, because the Oakland A's also play there. Both teams want new stadiums. Well, the Raiders are going to be moving to Las Vegas, so Oakland is completely losing its NFL team. And the A's have been trying to get a new stadium. They wanted to move to San Jose. It looked like they were, but that's not happening. Tampa Bay is getting a new stadium because Tropicana Field is awful. And I don't know why you're playing in a dome stadium in Florida. But anyway, so yeah, the Raiders and A's need to get new stadiums. Well, again, Oakland is, because they'll be moving to Vegas. Which, do you know when are the Raiders? I know the Raiders said they're going to be playing in San Antonio for a year, and then the next year they will be in Las Vegas. Are they going to be in San Antonio next year? So, like, I'm just so confused. And the Lions are actually going to beat the Patriots 23-10. Well, right now that's the score. But the Raiders, I don't get what the sudden buzz is with playing a sports team in Las Vegas. First off, why is every team called Vegas? I'm presuming the Raiders are going to be the Vegas Raiders, not Las Vegas. Like, the full team name, city name is Las Vegas. Why not be called the Las Vegas Golden Knights? Although the WNBA team, I think, is called the Las Vegas Aces. But, like, where did the sudden urge to bring pro sports to Vegas come from? Las Vegas got an NHL team last year, and then they get a WNBA team, which unfortunately that it's not as significant as I wish it was, but WNBA is not that popular. Detroit even had a WNBA team, and they won a WNBA championship, the Detroit Shock. But then they moved to Tulsa and became the Tulsa Shock, and then now they're in Dallas, and they're the Dallas Wings. But then Vegas is getting the Raiders. So like, where is the sudden urge to bring pro sports to Vegas coming from? Stafford, 6-49 regular season record. I missed it. Against teams with plus 500 record, I'm guessing. But Detroit is up 23-10. And this is how Stafford should be playing. He got paid a massive contract. So, this is how he should be playing. Third and 7 for Detroit. 2:25 left. And they run it. And they do not get the first down. And there's a fumble on the play. And it looks like it stays with Detroit. I still can't believe Buffalo beat Minnesota today in Minnesota, 27-6. Yeah. If you're Minnesota, how do you recover from a loss like that against probably the worst team in the NFL? I mean, yes, this is an impressive win for the Lions, but as Chris Collinsworth is saying right now, the September Patriots don't look like the November Patriots or the December Patriots. So, I mean, this is a good win for the Lions, but I think it would, like I was saying with the Jaguars win earlier, I think it would be more impressive if it was, in December or something. So let's look at the standings now. They're going to pull them up. Yeah. Miami is 3-0, but they gotta go to the Patriots next week. If the Dolphins somehow win that game, the Patriots could be in trouble. And the Lions make the field goal, and it's 26-10. So next week is a must-win game for the Patriots. I don't remember ever saying that. I don't remember ever saying that about a Patriots game in September. But next week's game at home against Miami, it's a must-win game for the Patriots. And it's a must-win for the Dolphins. Because in order to prove you're a legit team, you gotta beat the king. And the Patriots have been the king of the AFC East forever. So the Dolphins beat the Patriots on Monday Night Football in Miami last year, but I couldn't tell you the last time the Dolphins beat the Patriots in New England. Next week is a huge game in New England for both the Dolphins and the Patriots. I would say it's more of a must-win for the Patriots, though, because after this game, they're going to go to 1-2 because they don't have timeouts left. And if you lose next week, you fall to 1-3, and then the Dolphins would be at 4-0, and they would have the head-to-head advantage. So I don't. So the Lions' schedule at Dallas next week. Then they get Green Bay at home. Week 6 is their bye week. Week 7 at Miami. Week 8 at home against Seattle. There are some winnable games in there. I don't think they'll beat Dallas in Dallas next week. Dallas lost to Seattle in Seattle, so I think Dallas will be eager for a bounce back game. But I don't know. Again, if Detroit, this is a good win for Detroit, but is it just because it's New England, or is Detroit actually finding themselves? Let's see next week in Dallas. So New England's schedule: home against Miami, home against Indianapolis, at Kansas City on Sunday Night Football, at Chicago, at Buffalo. Let's see the Patriots schedule the rest of the way. Hang on. New England Patriots schedule.
Here's the upcoming schedule for the Patriots between today and December.
Here's the remaining schedule for the Patriots. Next week, home against the Dolphins. October 4th, home against the Colts. October 14th, home against the Chiefs. October 21st, at the Bears. October 29th, at the Buffalo Bills. November 4th, home against Green Bay. November 11th, at Tennessee. That will be another Belichick against former assistant in Mike Rabel. November 25th, at the Jets. December 2nd, home against the Vikings. December 9th, at the Miami Dolphins. December 16th, at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And December 23rd, home against the Buffalo Bills. So they have a pretty favorable schedule. But the Detroit Lions are about just beat the New England Patriots 26-10. And Matt Patricia gets his first win as head coach of the Detroit Lions, and he does it against a guy he worked under for 14 years. But again, here's my question. Is it just wow, Belichick didn't even want to talk to him. But again, here's my question. Is this just because it was the Patriots and, you had all the storylines of Patricia playing against Belichick and or is Detroit finding themselves? We'll find out next week in Dallas. But I think the Browns could be a playoff team. Even though they have the tie and they have the early loss, with Baker Mayfield as their quarterback, our defense is playing well. I think we could be a playoff team. I mean, but the key game in that stretch is not this week against Oakland, although I think we can beat the Raiders. Not easily, but the Raiders are 0-3, and they're struggling right now, so I think we should win that game. But the key game is Baltimore, because we tied the Steelers, so I want to see how we do against another AFC. New England suffers back-to-back losses for the first time since 2015. But again, they're both September losses. If they're like the Patriots from the past few years. They'll figure it out later in the month or later in the season. It's just how they are. I don't know. Chicago's been a surprise team this season. They beat Arizona today in a comeback. Beat Seattle the week before. Lost to Green Bay on Sunday. I don't know. What do you make of Chicago? Are they a legit team, or are they just a fluke team that's 2-1? What do you think? Okay. So what do you think? Are the Chicago Bears somehow a legitimate threat, or are they just a fluke? Is it just a fluke that they're 2-1? Also, who do you think wins the Monday night game next week or tomorrow night in Tampa Bay? Pittsburgh or Tampa Bay? What is the Monday night football matchup next week anyway? Who plays on Monday Night Football next week? Hey Siri, who plays on Monday Night Football next week?
The Steelers battle the Buccaneers tomorrow in 2015.
No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's go on the NFL app. I still can't. Let's see. Monday night game next week is Chiefs Broncos. That's cool. And okay, the week 5 Monday night game is Washington against New Orleans. Again, I will not say the team name for Washington. That's just my personal choice. The Monday night game for week 6 is 49ers at Packers. Week 7, the Monday night game is Giants at Falcons. Week 8, the Monday night game is Patriots Bills. Week 9, the Monday night game is Titans Cowboys. Week 10's Monday night game is Giants 49ers. Week 11, the Monday night game is Chiefs Rams. Week 12's Monday night game is Titans Texans. The Week 13 Monday night game is Washington against Philadelphia. Week 14 Monday night game is Vikings Seahawks. Week 15's Monday night game is Saints Panthers. Hang on, let me check to make sure. Yes, week 14 is Vikings Seahawks. Week 16's Monday night game is Broncos Raiders. And there is no Monday night game for week 17. So that's going to do it for this video. Hope you liked it. But for now, this is Ungeared to the Max signing off by saying, go Cavs, go Blue Jackets, and go Browns. Let's beat the Raiders. Once again, the final score, the Detroit Lions 26 and the New England Patriots 10. Patriots lose back-to-back games for the first time since 2015, and they are now 1-2, and they will play the Miami Dolphins next week in New England. And the Detroit Lions will play the Dallas Cowboys at Dallas. And they are 1-2.